Hello everyone.
My name is Novaliando Marzuki with study number 220210101040 and
Dimas Setyanto with student number 220-210-1010-52. Today we will compare our two places of residence, namely my rental house and
my boarding house.
first let's discuss my rental house. My rental house has three bedrooms, a kitchen, and a garage. However, it often leaks, making it less comfortable. The distance to campus is about 2.5 km, and to the nearest eatery is 600 meters. Although the location is great, cleanliness is lacking because my friends are not very mindful of clean lines.
Okay, now let's talk about my boarding house.
The boarding house has better facilities such as Wi-Fi, electricity, furniture, and large parking area. The distance to campus is 1.5 kilometers and the nearest food stall is about 350 meters away. However, the boarding house is quite crowded. The Wi-Fi is slow because there are many users and there is no kitchen.
Now let's compare them.
Boarding house is closer to campus than the rental house because the distance from the boarding house to campus is 1.5 kilometers while the rental house is 2.5 kilometers away. The boarding house has more complete facilities than the rental house such as Wi-Fi, electricity, room furniture, and a more spacious parking lot. But there is no kitchen like in the rental house. The boarding house are smaller than the rental house because they're only 3.5 times 3 meters per room while the rental house are 30 times 40 meters.
In terms of cleanliness, the rental house is not as clean as the boarding house because the residents are least aware of cleanliness. However, a rental house is safer because it is located in a quiet area, while a boarding house is in a busy and somewhat dangerous area. In terms of price, a rental house is more expensive than boarding house, but because it is shared by four people, each people only pays 2 million per year. So it is actually cheaper than a boarding house that costs for 100,000 per month.
In conclusion, both places have their pros and cons.
The rental house is the biggest and safest place to live,
While the boarding house is the most comfortable because of its complete facilities and shorter distance to campus.
yeah, it means the rental house is as important as the boarding house for students.
Okay, so that's all for this short video about comparing our living arrangements. Apologies for any mistake of our explanation. Thank you
Thank you
for
for
watching.
watching.